Hello everyone, we are Group 8. Our presentation topic is how Shein built a 66 billion fast fashion empire. We will cover 5 sections: introduction to Shein, comparison with other companies, the market and social impact of fast fashion, financial issues and concept, and conclusion. I'm 1122426 Song Ziqian, and I will present the introduction to Shein. The establishment of Shein. Shein was founded in 2008. At the beginning, the company was called Zico, and it mainly focused on selling wedding dresses and women's clothing through cross-border e-commerce. Unlike most traditional fashion brands, Shein didn't open any physical stores from the start. Instead, it relied completely on online sales and mainly targeted European and American markets. As cross-border e-commerce and social media developed rapidly, Shein gradually shifted to a fast fashion business model after 2012. In 2015, the company officially changed its name to Shein. Shein focused on data analysis, supply chain integration, and global markets. Sales and marketing strategies. First, small batch market testing. Shein follows a test first, scale later strategy. If the sales performance is good, Shein quickly increases production. If not, production stops immediately. Second, a low price strategy. By reducing production and logistics cost, lowers the barrier to purchase. Third, high-frequency product launches. Fourth, social media-driven marketing. Through algorithms, its content spreads globally while keeping marketing costs relatively low. Fifth, direct-to-consumer model. Export and logistics. Most of Shein's supply chain is located in southern China, especially in areas like Guangdong. Shein works with thousands of small and medium-sized garment factories, but it does not own factory itself. Instead, Shein uses digital systems to manage orders, production progress, and quality control. In terms of exports, Shein adopts a direct-to-consumer model. This helps reduce warehousing and distribution costs. Shein takes advantage of low-value import exemptions, such as the de minimis rule in some countries. This allows low-priced products to enter markets with lower or even zero traffic. How Shein built a global fast fashion empire. First, highly data-driven decision-making. Almost all business decisions are based on consumer data, which reduce the risk of wrong judgments. Second, a highly flexible supply chain. Small batch production and fast restocking allow Shein to keep up with changing fashion trends. Third, global expansion through cross-border e-commerce. Instead of relying on a single market, Shein targets multiple countries and regions at the same time, which helps spread risk. Fourth, a low-cost business structure. Digital marketing as the core strategy, Shein's operating costs are much lower than traditional fashion brands. Finally, a strong focus on young consumers.
Hello everyone, I'm 1122409, Zhou Zishan. Next, I'm going to talk about comparison with other companies. To better understand Shein's business model, I will now explain Shein's on-demand production model in more detail. Shein first produces a small number of new items and releases them online as test products. It then uses real-time data such as sales results and customer feedback to understand market demand. If the market response is positive, Shein increases production quickly. If not, the loss remains limited, which makes the whole system more flexible. Based on this difference, I will now explain Shein's on-demand production model in more detail. Shein first produces a small number of new items and releases them online as test products. It then uses real-time data such as sales results and customer feedback to understand market demand. If the market response is positive, Shein increases production quickly. If not, the loss remains limited, which makes the whole system more flexible. Next, I would like to compare Shein with Zara. Zara is well known for its fast supply chain and quick response to fashion trends. However, Zara still operates many physical stores, which increases operating and inventory costs. Shein, on the other hand, sells only online and uses data and flexible production to respond more closely to real-time market demand. To sum up this section, each company has a different strength. H&M focuses on large scale, Zara focuses on speed, while Shein focuses on data-driven on-demand production. Overall, Shein's success does not come from being the fastest, but from being more accurate in matching what customers actually want. Before I finish this section, I would like to use this table to summarize the differences between Shein, H&M, and Zara. As shown in the table, H&M focuses on large-scale production. Zara focuses on speed and fast response, while Shein focuses on on-demand production and data-driven decisions. This comparison clearly shows why Shein's business model is more flexible and has lower inventory risk compared with traditional fast fashion brands.
Next up is my turn to report. I am 1122425 Chen Jiaxing. I will present on the market and the social impact of fast fashion, with a focus on Shein's supply chain transparency issue. The first issue is a severe lack of transparency. According to the Fashion Transparency Index, Shein scored only 2 out of 100, which indicates very limited disclosure of its supply chain. In addition, the company doesn't publish a supplier list, making internal oversight difficult. The second issue involved forced labor concerns. In 2022 report suggested that some cotton used by Shein may have come from Xinjiang, raising serious ethical questions. When asked about its manufacturing location, Shein failed to provide clear answer and gave evasive response to forced labor alleged. Overall, this issue showed that fast fashion can achieve low costs and rapid production, but often at the expense of transparency, ethical labor practice, and social responsibility. The second major issue in fast fashion is poor labor conditions. First, workers often face interminably long working hours. According to an investigation by the Swings Group Public Eye, some workers work up to 75 hours per week for 8 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. with only 1 day of pre-months. Second, workers experience long wages and exploitation. Monthly pay usually range from 6,000 to 10,000 RMB, and many workers depend heavily on overtime. Factories often use a piece rate payment systems with unrealistic bonus targets, which increase pressure on workers. Finally, working conditions are often poor. Many factories are small workshops, and migrant workers are especially vulnerable because of fear of retaliation. Many workers are afraid to speak openly. Overall, these conditions reveal the serious human cost behind fast fashion. The next issue is the environmental impact of fast fashion. In 2023, greenhouse gas emission reached 16.7 million tons, doubling in 3 years, and comparable to 4 coal-fired power plants. Emissions grow much faster than revenue, show that pollution is out of control. At the same time, 76% of fabrics are polyester, but only 6% is recycled. These measures release large amounts of microplastic into the ocean. Finally, the culture of disposable fashion created massive waste with low recycling rates. Overall, fast fashion groups come at a serious environmental cost.
Next, it's my turn. I'm 11248柯廷恩, and I will introduce Shein financial issue and related concept. Shein advantage include adopting a small batch, on-demand production model, which can effectively reduce inventory risk and help maintain stable cash flow, because the company does not need to invest a large amount of the capital at the beginning of the production. In addition, Shein has faced inventory turnover, allowing capital to be recovered and reused quickly, thereby improving overall capital efficiency. At the same time, through data-driven design, Shein can quickly understand consumer preference, keep up with fashion trends, and further support revenue growth. Furthermore, the supply chain also brings some important financial risk. Labor controversies may increase compliance and legal costs and have a negative impact on the brand image. In addition, supply chain activities increase ESG risk, making investors more conservative when calculating the company value. Finally, Shein relies heavily on the USD mini-state innovation in relevant policy change, and the company profit margins may be significant effect. Shein supply chain creates cost and growth advantage, but at the same time, it also brings uncertainty to the company's future probability. Our conclusion: Shein's success is built on a data-driven, on-demand model that delivers speed, low inventory risk, and a high capital efficiency. Yet its growth is shadowed by serious ESG challenges, from OCA supply chain to labor and environmental impact, which threaten long-term sustainability. To secure its future, she must transform responsibility into a strategy balancing profit with a circle and environmental accountability. Source of data. That's all for our group presentation. Thank you for your listening.